Hey everyone, it's me Gavin, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the bonus scene at the end of hard mode for Lord for Justice, our latest event in Goddess Victory NIKKE, involving our long-awaited NIKKE, Kay, somebody that we got to learn a lot more about in this story event. Just be forewarned, there will be spoilers within this video, obviously, considering the fact that this is literally the last scene that we're going to be seeing for this event, but I will say that it was very interesting. I love the way that it was told, just seeing how Kay thought that she was carrying out these orders in the name of justice and not realizing that she was being manipulated by the judges, right, who were having her carry out executions and all kinds of like dirty deeds essentially for their own personal gain, and kind of seeing how like the commander is taken into consideration for a potential position as one of the judges, which is very interesting. I'm guessing we're probably going to be learning a lot more about that within this bonus scene. However, before we do get into it, I would highly encourage you to please give the video a thumbs up if you do enjoy these sorts of videos, and then also please consider subscribing to the channel for more Goddess of Victory NIKKE content. But with that being said, let's dive into it. Okay, D. This is somebody that, again, we only got a little snippet of information about right in the story, so it's nice to see some sort of follow-up with her. So you couldn't bear the weight of the crown. I knew from the beginning that it would be too much for you. Is she talking to X, possibly? If you know that from the start, you should have told me. Besides, I haven't removed it. I've only let someone borrow it for a while. Wait a minute, what? Is she actually like the head judge? Is that what's going on here? Is it, what does she mean, the crown? Someone willing to carry it in my stead. I've got a pretty good idea who it is. But still, that is very much your way of doing things. Right? Instead of balancing the scales, I tilt my head. You got a problem with that? Not really. Not right now. What matters is whether there is conviction behind your actions. Please, like you're so perfect. So, what happened to your mission? Weren't you investigating the cult? I'm something of a free agent now. So, I decided to come and help out. Free agent? Yeah, I'm giving this whole vigilante thing a try. He said that he'd bear all the responsibility and that I could do whatever I wanted. He said he trusts me. Vengeance sure is a funny guy. Dee does not answer and taps at her phone. In Kay's pocket, her phone vibrates with a notification. Dude, I literally have no idea what's going on. Investigation data. Commit it to memory. Huh. I guess it hasn't properly started yet. We need to be especially cautious with this mission. Right. They did say they would leave my fate to vengeance. But I'm still not convinced that they'll let me walk away from this. You can still opt out of this if you want. What's gotten into you? Let's go already. We have to make a righteous judgment. What are you looking at? Arcana was telling me all this stuff about self-suggestion. And it's supposed to be effective, so I'm giving it a try. You've changed. Yeah? Vengeance said nothing changed. Well, I guess I did. I mean, she's been referencing me a lot, right? So maybe that's what Dee's picking up on, possibly? Humans change. The same goes for NIKKEs who used to be human. I used to hate that. But I've decided not to let it get to me. Not anymore. Right, because she said she disliked humans or hated humans. Somebody else approaching? Dee turns around and walks away with a word. Okay, never mind. Kay follows. So where do we start? We need to find someone. What's the name? Dipara? Dipara? Diapara? Dipara? Diaper? An old man reclines in a luxurious armchair, sipping from a glass. Speak. A male voice flows from the antique headset the old man holds. Already finished? Then what's the agenda for next Monday? Take it easy. Everyone stumbles in the beginning. So, you understand everything that's happened thus far? Are you referring to what 7 was handling? I know I'm changing his voice all the time, but I'm sorry. My inconsistency is horrible. Well, I mean, my consistency is horrible. You're mistaken. That's been out of our hands for some time. It's already out of our control. I admire your passion, that you want to succeed again. But remember, they are simply tools. It does not matter whether they succeed or fail. They simply need to exist. That's all. If you understand that, then you can get to work. There have been some complications, so you'll need to work that much harder. Guessing that was probably the Dipara on the other line, possibly? It's been a long time since I heard someone recite slogans by rote. Certainly not since 7 or automated voice systems. Such a rare trait to find in a young person these days. X pauses as he reaches for his glass. The more I think about it, the more I like it. For the sake of the righteous judgment. Lord for justice. And okay, so maybe it was K on the other line then, if that's the case, right? There's a little bit of like vagueness to this, but we're trying to piece things together here, right? But that's the end of the event, I guess, right? There's no other bonus scenes from what we can tell, right? More than likely, that is it. All right, so again, very interesting. We get a name drop of an ominous character that we have not met yet, as far as I'm aware. So see how where that leads in the future, I guess, right? And then we also get some sort of indication that, of course, Kay is now under our command, which is interesting, considering the fact that she wasn't before, obviously, right, as part of Perilous Siege. She kind of, like, acted based upon whatever the judges were telling her. So now we decide her fate. That there's that acknowledgement that we are now the crown holder in her stead, as she puts it, right? So I'm guessing that's exactly what this is just telling us, is that she's now one of our PKs that we can command out on the field, and we can go and take care of business. And they've still got missions that they are going to take care of in their own time, K and D, obviously. But again, they're looking and trying to track down a new character, Dipara, which is, again, somebody that I'm sure we're going to get introduced to at some point. We also got to try to find out, like, more about 6-0 and stuff like that, because Moran was on the trail of 6-0 during this mission. Lots of stuff, lots of interesting stuff going on here with the story. I do very much enjoy it, but I will say that they constantly, like, casting out that line and keeping us on the hook, right? They never want to give us the payoff. It feels like we're going to be at this for a long time before we find any kind of answers that we're looking for, but at the same time, I'm all in for it. Let me know your own thoughts down in the comments below. We will discuss. We'll talk about the entirety of this event. Maybe you guys have a little bit more background information than I know, but I would love to talk about it anyways. And again, if I could highly encourage you to subscribe to the channel, and then also give the video a thumbs up. And I know I messed up what I was trying to say, but at the same time, it doesn't matter. Those are the 2 big points there, right? The support is appreciated very much. That is going to do it for this one, however, so I will see you all in the next video. Take care. Peace!